one. Here we go. We're going to talk to Alpha Node here. The Intercession of Saints. Recent developments have given Alpha Node much to consider. Just when we were starting to make progress. And to make matters worse, the caravan they spoke of was bound for Revenant's toll of all places. Honestly, were I so inclined, I should think the gods were conspiring against us. Happily, however, I am not. I would know more of this attack. Let us speak with Lord Haurchefant and find out what he has learned. Let's find out what he has learned in the 0.8 seconds since the last time we spoke to him. My sincerest apologies for the interruption, my friends, but the situation is such that we must act swiftly. If you would be so kind as to elaborate... Iceheart's heretics fell upon the caravan bound for Revenant's toll as it was passing through Boulder Downs. 'Twas an ambush, swift and ruthless. In an instant every knight was slain, every crate seized. Then as quickly as they appeared, they were gone. That's you, Behemoth.
You're not screen sharing.
Oh, my bad. Give me a sec. There you go. You see that?
Yeah.
Cool.
'Twould be an impossible feat without knowledge of the route. Knowledge to which only a select few are privy, I presume.
Quite. We can pursue that avenue of inquiry in due course. It seems to me that examining the scene of ambush should be our first concern. The trail is yet warm. We must act swiftly, as Lord Haurchefant said, lest crucial evidence be lost. You have a knack for discerning hidden truths, Mearo. Why don't you go and inspect the ambush site in person? An excellent idea! Inform my men of your intent upon arrival, and they will gladly share their findings. Alright, so I'm going to stop sharing here just so there's less lag as I run to the caravan location in the Boulder Downs, which is actually right in front of Mardana. It may actually be faster just to teleport there. Whatever, we're going to run. It's a good time to view the beautiful landscape of Korthus. So I realized lately that I really like the atmosphere of snow. I really like the look of snowy landscapes, even in real life. I love when it snows. I just hate being cold. Being cold is not fun. So look at this. Up ahead is the observatorium. We've been up there a few times, I think. It's a nice run up to the top, and then you just jump off. Aim the camera down so that Piamet can see and she can watch. There's somebody in the distance there riding Magitech armor. The guards in the observatorium kill them before they get on site, as it looks like they are from the Empire. You prefer winter over summer, Yusuf? Why is that? Do you prefer to be cold? Or the feeling of cold? Because I prefer the feeling of warmth. Yep. Oh, okay. Well, see, we're the opposite in that regard. But I dare say you probably you live in an area that may actually even be colder than where I am at times. All right, let's see. Aha! Here is our caravan. House Forton Knight. Is this a lady or a guy? This is a guy. So Silly can voice the House Forton Knight. Let me just share screens with you guys again. Alright, you see that? Silly?
Move along, adventurer. There's nothing for... Huh? Lord Haurchefant. Did you speak with us? Then you must be... beg your pardon, sire. As you can see, they left nary a crate behind. Tipped the wagon for good measure, even. Whole thing's a bit odd if you ask me. Would have been easier just to steal it, though a damn sight harder to conceal it, I'll allow. Reckon they came prepared, probably with wagons of their own hidden away off. But pay no heed to my ramblings. Absent of proof, 'tis naught but speculation. Unlike might be, as the squire receiving care at the observatorium could tell you something more factual. That is, if he's awake. Unlike myself, he was there during the attack. Not that his presence amounted to much.
Alright, time to head off to speak to the squire. At the observatorium. You like the feeling of warmth in a cold place. That's valid. Do you like the ice bucket challenge? Silly likes to do the ice bucket challenge nightly during the winter.
Yes.
Camera angle's not good for that. Little does he know that he doesn't like to pour the water on himself. What he does is he gets a bucket of ice, melted ice essentially, that's still really cold, and then he dumps it onto passerbys on the street.
No.
Surviving squire. Alright. You've come to ask about the attack, haven't you? We came upon them before the entrance to the Hall of the Seven Echoes. Pilgrims we marked them as, lost and ill-equipped for a journey further north. Our leader called out to them, and one stepped forward to answer. Slowly she approached, her long, silver hair flowing in the wind like melting snow. Just a young girl. I thought some poor lost lamb in search of salvation. Our leader must have thought the same. Else why would he let her draw so close? They exchanged some words I couldn't hear, and she leaned forward as if to kiss his cheek. And then he sighed and crumpled to the ground. I didn't know what had happened till I saw the snow turn red. And then there was red everywhere I looked. I tried to fight, but took a blow to the head, and by the time I came to, the others were dead and the heretics were unloading the wagon. They'd have killed me, so I just laid still and listened. Iceheart's people spoke of the deliverance and resurrection, and they spoke of Shiva. Interesting. That would be the first utterance of that name we've heard. Alright, Squirms. Time for you to appear in today's stream. I think it's easier to get warm when you are cold than cold when it's warm. See, I'm the opposite, but yeah. But yeah, so that game I was referring to, the Final Fantasy game I found to add to my stream list, is actually a DS game. It's called Final Fantasy's The Four Heroes of Light. I never got to play this one back in the day. And looking at the graphics, I don't really like the graphics in the game. But the game did set the stage for the creation of Bravely Default. So I am interested in playing it for that reason. Because I really liked Bravely Default. And Bravely Second gets a lot of crap, but I really like that game too. Alright. You're enjoying Bravely Default, Yusuf? I'm glad. It's actually a really good game. Alpha Node. Ah, you've returned. What news have you for us? It seems the Lady Iceheart does not scruple to sully her hands with blood. Who is this Shiva the heretics spoke of? Share screen. We have Piamet voices to hear.
Have you not read a single line of the Enchiridion Master Alphanode? Shiva was a traitor to kith and kin, an apostate who lay down with dragons.
Now, we cannot expect all foreigners to know Ishgardian scripture so well, particularly when it concerns the patron saints of heretics. Wait, you say she is their patron saint? Oh no. It all makes sense now. Lord Harshaphant, what was the caravan's cargo? Ah, if I recall correctly, the Diamond Forge had requested a rather large quantity of crystals. Do you not see? Iceheart and her followers intend to summon Shiva, as a beast tribe would a primal. Why else would they go to such lengths to secure crystals?
I shall inform the Lord Commander at once. Lord Harshfont, you would agree that discretion is of paramount concern.
Of course. I trust we can count on your continued support, Master Alphanode. The Scions of the Seventh Dawn are sworn to combat the primal threat. Our support is a given. I will need to send word to my brethren in Revenant's Toll. Our entire order must turn its efforts to the prevention of this summoning. Naturally, this includes you, though I am sure you would not miss for the world. Yeah. There we go. Strength in unity. Woe betide the heretic who crosses Alphanode Levelier, for they shall feel the full force of his fury. The persistent attacks on our caravans seemed little more than a nuisance at first. The heretics were a problem, to be sure, but a relatively minor one. That was before I discerned the purpose behind their attacks, of course. Now they have my undivided attention. After apprising Minfilia of the situation, I shall summon a unit of Crystal Braves to assist us. As for you, Miro, pray join me and Whiteburn front. Since the incident at Snowcloak, the Knights of House Durandare have redoubled the reconnaissance efforts in the region. It is my hope that they have information which may lead us to determine precisely where the heretics are hiding. Given our mutual enemy, Lord Driomash should be eager to oblige us. I shall see you there, then. Good. Yusuf says, I didn't try Bravely Second yet, but Bravely Default is your favorite DS game. Bravely Second seems to be hit or miss amongst people. I won't provide any spoilers because it's my hope that you want to play it and decide for yourself if you like it. I personally didn't like it as much as the first game, but I still really liked it. There's some things in it that just made me laugh so much.
Miro.
Hello.
No, Miro is in it.
Oh, yes, it's true. Miro is in it. She was one of the funnier characters. Silly still has to beat Bravely Default, right?
That's true. I should start bringing it to work with me and playing it during lunch or something.
Do you remember how far you or how much you had played of it, or?
I'm probably pretty close to the end.
Yeah, see, because you got to beat the second one too, because I do intend to stream those games as well.
Oh.
Although
Yeah.
Square might be a little more angry about me streaming those than, or at least
Really?
posting them on YouTube.
Oh, yeah, maybe.
Because I'm kind of surprised they're not mad at me for posting Dragon Quest VII, but whatever. We shall find out.
Whenever I go to mine Cooper, I always get confused as to whether I'm actually in the right general area or not. And I'm too lazy to look at the coordination, the coordinates. Oh, I was pretty close.
Later, I invoked a friend's character that killed all the enemy and my team. 2 hours of farming. Ah. Ah, yes. In that game, you can, through Street Pass, you can get your friends' characters to jump in and do attacks for you every now and then if you summon them. And sometimes they have some pretty brutal attacks that they set up on their characters that could be detrimental to both you and the enemy. I remember my friend, he picked up Bravely Default before I did, and he was bragging to me about how awesome he was doing and how hard certain bosses in the game were. But when I played it, certain bosses that he said were difficult were not difficult if you just read what the game told you to do.
Reading is for chumps, by the way. Just letting you know.
Indeed, apparently. Alright, we're going to share our screens here. Alpha Node. Just so you know, my men have already started to arrive. Captain Ilbert says always keeps a few braves at the ready in case of emergencies. Emmerich. Commander Levier's assessment is most troubling. If he is correct, Arshat now possesses the threat to Ishgard at large. Plus she already did, she was a heretic. Alright, Piamet.
By what means do these heretics travel so quickly? We must know, or every attempt to apprehend them will be doomed to fail.
And Dreamont, silly. Though this might be voiced. Nope.
The Scions of the Seventh Dawn wish to join in the hunt for Iceheart. Your assistance is more than welcome, my friends. Considering the report I just received, I dare say your timing could be no better.
We are all ears, Lord Dreamont.
A band of pilgrims was seen transporting a large number of crates to the west. Their garb appears to match the description provided by the squire who survived the attack. Alas, our scouts lost track of them at Snowcloak, that selfsame frozen wall which we speculated might conceal the heretics' hideaway. Suffice it to say, the disappearance of these pilgrims and their provisions all but confirms our suspicions.
I have heard enough. My knights will join the hunt. I took the liberty of summoning a unit of Crystal Braves to Whiteburn Front. Given the gravity of the situation, I trust you will agree that we must use every resource available to us. These are extraordinary circumstances, Commander. It would be in our best interest to coordinate our efforts. Such is my intent from the start, Sir Emmerich. And so it begins, my friend. Though I dare say it will prove an all too brief collaboration, Iceheart will not elude the combined forces of the Crystal Braves and the Temple Knights for long. Nevertheless, a wise man does not wager all upon the success of a single solution. There may yet be subtler means by which we may locate the heretic's lair. Mayhap Lord Dreamont has one in mind. You can be that guy, silly.
I knew you were going to ask me to do that. I just knew it. Yes, yes, excellent. My lady, everything has been accounted for. Is there aught else you would have us do? Pray speak, and it shall be done.
How mysterious. Alright, let's pick up these Astrum shoes. Dark words, dark deeds. Only the naive place all their hope in the success of a single solution, and Lord Dreamont is anything but.
It seems as though we are always one step behind, our quarry ever just beyond our reach. Though I would like to believe that the tables are about to turn, I must confess to having certain doubts. Joint effort may succeed where others have failed, but it could yet yield the selfsame result. Fortunately, we are not without other options. I trust you haven't forgotten Inquisitor Guillaume. We have not. The mystery of how the heretic remained undiscovered for so long has been much in our thoughts, as had the question of what steps might be taken to prevent a similar breach of security in the future. Accordingly, we conducted an exhaustive and covert evaluation of everyone in Whiteburn Front. Though some were found to have committed certain minor transgressions, we identified only one possible heretic. If this man has pledged himself to Iceheart's cause, he will have taken note of the movements of the Temple Knights and the Crystal Braves, and upon recognizing their intent, he may attempt to warn the heretics. The man's watch is to end soon, at which point he must report to Sir Gintremont in the yard. I would have you keep an eye on him. If he ventures beyond the walls, follow him discreetly. Should he meet with a heretic, do not interfere. Simply watch and listen. I have seen to it that the suspect knows nothing which could endanger our plans.
Excellent. Well, allow us to go speak to this heretic, which Silly will also... No, I'm kidding. I'll voice him.
It was only because I was like typing in to see exactly what time my gym closed, and as soon as I did that, I was like, "That's a male character. I'm gonna have to voice it." Here it comes.
Yeah, I was wondering why you said that. I'm like, am I supposed to know who this person is?
No, they're
Like-
just like a random person. I will be right back though.
The suspected heretic leads to the southwest gate. I'll share again when I need to. The accused knight. Follow the suspect. Alright. Suspected heretic follows the road east. Alright, Squirms, let us go. The dodo shall be ready. The dodo is ready to peck at some heretic eyes. There's the knight right there. Look, the dodo is standing watch as well. Oh, he's running now. Suspected heretic heads south. Okay, so we gotta go into the cave. Fuck off, chinchilla. Ha. Hey! Hey! Where in the seventh hell are you? I'm freezing my bullocks off here! That could be silly.
Well, if I could see anything, I would be happy to voice it for you.
Okay, that's right. I turned off share screen. There we go.
I'm here, you blundering oaf. Why are you so late?
Standing on the wall, why else? I have duties to fulfill, you know.
Your sole duty is to the... Bloody echo. Lower your voice so they'll hear us and wipe in front.
Yes, of course. The Temple Knights are... in Snowcloak.
This is what you're to bring to me? We already knew about number. Our comrades in Baldur Downs will use the tunnels. Dead before they know what's happening. Nevertheless, if you waste my time again, is that clear?
Alright, let's report to Lord Dreamall. Squirms, away! Alright, so we're gonna hop this wall, speak to Lord Dreamaw.
Well, did your investigation bear fruit? I see. I shall have the man detained at once. His guilt is plain. Would that you could have heard their words more clearly. Yet the few snatches you were able to make out are nonetheless enlightening. It would seem the heretics are aware of our operation and confident that they can thwart it. Their comrades in Boulder Downs are key to their plans, which means it is key to our plans that they be rooted out and put to the sword.
Alright, let's go with...
What's that?
It's bacon bread. Loaf of bacon bread. First Blood. The allied forces at Snowcloak are in danger, and Lord Dreamaw would have you assist him in ensuring their safety.
We have long suspected that the heretics use a network of secret tunnels to traverse the highlands undetected. Given what you overheard, I fear that Snowcloak may be riddled with such passageways and that the heretics in Boulder Downs are planning to use them to take our forces unawares. Needless to say, we cannot allow that to happen. A contingent of House Durandare Knights are on patrol in the area, and I shall order them to begin searching for the heretics at once. But knowing nothing of our enemy's numbers or readiness, I cannot say for sure that they will be sufficient. It would put my mind at ease if you would consent to assist my knights with the search. I know they would take courage from the presence of so storied a warrior. Pray rendezvous with them at Boulder Downs. If Halloween is kind, we may catch these heretics before their plans come to fruition. Show them no mercy, Miro. The lives of our allies are at stake.
You got it. Alright, we're gonna rendezvous with House Durandare Knights. And I'm assuming they're down in the Boulder Downs. Yes, they are. So we've actually only been around the Boulder Downs a few times. We haven't actually gotten a good up-close look of them yet. So that's actually what we're gonna do now, is get a nice up-close look at them.
What are you laughing at, Yusuf? What did I do? What did I do this time?
You know what they haven't mentioned for Stormblood?
No.
Are they raising the level cap?
Yeah?
I mean, they probably are, but they haven't mentioned it.
I'm assuming it will go to 70, but who knows? I just don't see them raising it to 65 this early in the...
Well, the thing is, what they did in FF11, I think it was 50, 60, and then 75. They just jumped at 25 levels. But Stormblood, from what I can see, I don't know how big the expansion is yet, but from what I can see, isn't that big, so...
I mean, they're going to hit 99 too fast if they do that, and Final Fantasy games don't like to go above level 99 for some reason.
Yeah, exactly. So unless they introduce a merit point type system, I don't see them doing it.
What level were you when you beat Final Fantasy 15?
68?
You lose!
Oh, what level were you?
49.
Yeah. But did you
68. How did you get so high? I just, as soon as I got to a certain point, I couldn't really do any more leveling.
Did you go do all the side dungeons?
I didn't know I wouldn't have the chance.
Yeah, because there's a bunch of side dungeons that I did, and there are monsters in there in hard, and they gave a lot of XP.
Yeah, I bet. I didn't get to do them all because at a certain point I didn't know I'd never be able to do, other stuff again. But
well, you can
okay.
actually do it all again. There are places in the final area where you can summon Umbra.
Right, but still.
But you go back afterwards and fight them. But yeah, I was 68 because I went and did all that stuff before I went and fought the end boss.
That's smart.
When I got to that point that you're at, I was only 50, so...
Okay.
But yeah. So you just finished the end boss?
I think. I just fought a person that I will not necessarily name on stream and
Yeah,
such.
don't do that. Okay, I know about whereabouts you are. We will discuss it after stream if you want.
Yeah, I have to go to the gym, but I will discuss it.
Well, you know what I mean.
Yeah, I know. Yusuf, that's not an answer. Well, smiley face.
Alright, we gotta search the heretics' effects. Deliver the heretics' parchment to Dream. Seriously? Can't you guys deliver it? Why do I have to run all the way back up there? Anyway, yeah, so if you never did some of these side dungeons, then yeah, you missed out on some levels.
Probably missed some of them, but I'll do them afterwards.
And some items. Speaking of Final Fantasy 15, yesterday, or the day
I
before,
think it was like 2 days ago.
I got my platinum trophy.
Nice job. I don't platinum games because I'm a fucking loser.
I typically don't platinum most games. The last game that I platinumed was, I think, Darksiders 2, or maybe Dynasty Warriors 7, 8. I don't know. I
have like hundreds of hours in Dark Souls and I never platinumed it. I was like,
yeah, I usually get very close, or there's just achievements that I'm like, I don't want to fucking do this. Like Kingdom Hearts, I need like 2 trophies to beat the game, or to platinum that game on the PS3, and I'm just like, I don't want to do this because they involve you to do all of these level 3 gummy ship missions between each of the areas.
no one likes gummy ship missions.
That doesn't sound too bad, except the gummy ship missions are fucking ridiculous. So I'm like, yeah, I don't want to do this.
I signed up to play an RPG, not bullet hell, okay?
Darksiders has war in the first game and death in the second game. I really like Darksiders. And I'm really hoping they Nordic finishes developing the third game. My brother got me the War Master edition of the first game for Christmas, so I have to add that to my list. I'm probably going to stream those as well because I love that series. Alright, gotta share screens so Silly can voice Lord Dremel. Tiamat looks completely wiped out.
Yeah, she's in a lot of pain, it sucks. My knight sent no word of your coming, Miro. What has happened? What is that in your hand?
Discovered on the body of a slain heretic, this yellowing document is covered in the complex code of seemingly random letters and numbers.
By the Fury. Those were veterans with years of service. And now they lie dead in the snow. Their bodies must be recovered and... No, we have not the men to spare. Not now. Not while Iceheart prepares to summon an abomination. The heretics you dispatched were not of sufficient number to contend with the combined strength of the Temple Knights and the Crystal Braves. There must be others, and I'll wager they are on their way to Snowcloak as we speak. To make matters worse, it seems the traitors you followed managed to pass the heretics something of value after all. The parchment you recovered is a timetable of the guardsmen's watches at our outpost in Snowcloak. The traitor was stationed there long before he aroused our suspicions. Would that we had caught him sooner. With this information, the heretics would know when the watch was weakest. They could use their tunnels with impunity and prepare their ambush. The timetable has not changed, you see. Of course, it will be changed now, but the heretics may already be in position. House Durandare must send reinforcements, even if it means withdrawing knights from the Stone Vigil. I can see no other way to safeguard the lives of our allies.
Yeah, we already cleaned out the Stone Vigil. Alright.
One moment. 'Twas well you came, else we would not have won this day. Only a knight errant may break a stalemate, my lady mother used to say. Your deeds are known to all the front, but false would I speak if you were accepted by all. Pride hardens resolve and hearts alike.
Okay. The path of the righteous. Lord Dreamon recognizes that the situation in Slowcook is coming to a head and that decisive action must be taken.
Time is of the essence, Miro. While my knights make ready to depart, the heretics may take our allies in Snowcloaks unawares. Superior training and equipment will avail them not if they are cut down ere their swords are drawn, but all is not yet lost. If you leave now, there may still be time to warn them. Make haste, I beseech you. Fly to Snowcloak and tell Sir Aimlock everything that we have discovered.
Alright. I can't fly, but I can ride Squirms. That's almost as swift.
That's right.
Squirms is swifter than Shadowfax.
Okay.
Squirms.
Squirms.
Look at this
Who
majestic
the
chocobo.
fuck is Shadowfax?
Shadowfax is the Lord of Horses from Lord of the Rings.
Who fucking cares, dude? The
Evidently.
Whispergo is the fastest.
The
Revenant has a
Whispergo.
point.
The Whispergo is not living, though. The Whispergo is a mechanical mount.
That's
Actually,
what you think.
Yusuf, they actually announced a while back that they have started production on Darksiders 3. They were using the HD remasters to gauge interest, but after the second one was pretty successful, they decided that they were going to start Darksiders 3, and they hired almost all the developers from individual games. From what I've been reading, that may not actually be true, but as far as I know, it is. Alright, hello, Alpha Node, let's talk. Sir Emmerich, he's over there. Have words with the man if you must. We shall speak anon. Miro, this is a welcome surprise. Perhaps the only one thus far. As you can see, we have yet to uncover any hidden. You have my gratitude. Truth be told, we suspected the heretics might be plotting such an attack. Now that we have confirmation, I shall place my knights on high alert. Why wouldn't they already be on high alert? Has Commander Levelier been informed? The Braves must be made aware. I feel like having them on high alert would have been like a given already.
I'll get you click the dodo first.
Yeah. Is this voiced? No. It must be here. I am certain of it. Why else would they go to such lengths to defend Snowcloak? 'Tis but a pity the discovery comes when our enemy has at such a disadvantage. Forewarned though we may be, the heretics know the terrain far better than we. I dare not think how many are watching us at this very moment. Confound it! This is all wrong. Iceheart has us scrambling to save our own skins when we should be rightly be straining every sinew to find her and stop this damnable summoning. There she is! Come here, girl.
That was close. They didn't hurt you, did they?
Oh, only my pride, Ida. There will be others nearby. We must see that they are given a similarly warm welcome. Commander Levelier! There's been a development, sir. Together with the Temple Knights, we have secured the entrances to some half-dozen tunnels after spotting the enemy breaking the surface. But that is not all, sir. We think that one of them may be important. Certainly the heretics near flung themselves upon our swords to defend it. Aha! Just as I suspected. Amongst the warren of tunnels lies the entrance to Iceheart's lair. Summon the others. We're going in. A moment, Alpha Node. The tunnel in question is barely wide enough for 2 men abreast. I cannot say with certainty where it leads, but much less what is waiting for us there. Furthermore, we have no way of knowing how many heretics are still lurking there here on the surface. What if they were to converge on this point after we are entrapped in the tunnel? For all we know, we could be funneling our forces into a trap. I take your point. If the tunnel is indeed as narrow as you say, greater numbers would be more hindrance than a help. Should we encounter difficulty, our own allies would become an obstacle to escape. Ahem! A change in plans. While we rendezvous with Sir Emmerich and keep the heretics at bay here, you will go wherever the tunnel leads. If you find Isard at the end of it, do not let her escape. You venture into the unknown, so see that you are prepared for anything. I suggest you call upon your allies, though not too many or Papalimo will sulk. Alright, let's talk to this stalwart temple knight, which will be voiced by Silly.
The entrance to the tunnel, madam, is just over here. Had we not seen the heretics breaking the surface, we would have never noticed it. Per Sir Emmerich's orders, we will stand guard outside. Please be aware that even should you encounter significant resistance, we cannot leave our post.
Snow Cloak, now accessible. Alright, so let's see here. Go down and find it. Aha. Alright, formed in the aftermath of the calamity, the Great Ice Wall has been thought an impenetrable barrier between central and western Korthus. In truth, however, the wall is riddled with hidden tunnels, with Iceheart and her followers have used as a base of operations. You have been tasked with exploring one such tunnel in the hopes that it will lead you to the heretics' leader, yet what dangers await are anyone's guess. Alright, so I don't think we have time to actually run this today. This will be what we start next week's stream with. I believe Sully has to get to the gym before it closes. PMET's looking worse for wear by the minute. And we've been streaming for 3 hours. I'm sorry this wasn't the most exciting of streams. We had a lot of story to come through. But I had a lot of fun going through it with you guys. And I hope you join us next week for more Final Fantasy XIV. So here's the Dodo signing off with Miro in tow. Giving us a nice wave. Look at the Dodo back there. Piamet?
Hmm?
You gotta say goodbye too.
Goodbye.
Bye-bye.
Have a good one, everyone. We'll see you next week, and we'll see you tomorrow for Final Fantasy XI, 1 p.m. to 4 p.m. Yusuf, be there.